And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Cleveland Guardians.
And now,
all right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Cleveland Guardians.
Almost ready to get underway. And on the hill, Tanner Bybee.
Well, this guy featuring that straight four-seam fastball, but off of it throws the cutter. And really, he's most effective when he's using that cutter off the four-seam fastball just to miss the barrel of the bat. Not always going to see the swings and misses, but if you can somehow get weaker contact, you have a chance to collect some outs. Now, it's going to look the same until the very last second, so hitters are going to have to make a decision and hope that sometimes they're able to guess right.
Corbin Carroll, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. Ball one there.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. He's got it. And there's one down. Time to take a look at the Diamondbacks lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
And foul ball. One out, base is empty. Line drive and foul ball. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. The high heat, too much on that one.
Batting third, second base.
Ketel Marte up to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Diamondbacks down quickly, and now the Guardians will see what their bats can do in a scoreless ball game. You're dialed into the show.
When I come out, they run out. I'll be working that stage to the sun out.
Back here in Cleveland, getting the nod on the mound, Corbin Burns. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
The opposing hitters are going to see a lot of cutters. This guy can throw it to the front side of the plate, the back side of the plate, so you're really not able to cheat to get the fat part of the bat on the baseball.
Bottom of the first. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Gurriel makes the catch, and there's one gone. Here's the Guardians lineup now. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
David Fry now at the plate. The part about Burns' journey that's so interesting, former fourth-round pick out of St. Mary's where he pitched alongside Tony Gonsolin. That one outside. 1-0. But you go back and look at Corbin Burns in 2019. He threw 49 innings and had an 8.82 ERA. And the pitch. And he hits a ground ball right side. Marte throws to first in time.
Batting third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
2 down, bases empty. Jose Ramirez, the next to hit. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. 2 outs, bases empty. Here's the 0-2. Out towards right center field. Carroll on the move. Hauls it in to end the inning. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second, and now the veteran third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Bybee, a 6'2 righty, 205 pounds, and he was a 5th-round pick in 2021. Bybee back to work. Check swing, no appeal.
Nope, outside.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
That one finds the zone, and it's 2-1.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
3-2.
On the ground.
No,
and that's
ball.
just foul. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Here's Josh Naylor. That one misses, and that is ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent. So you got to stay ready up there.
2-1.
Second inning here, no score.
Aye.
That misses, and that's ball 3. The other way. He's got it. There's 2 away.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Going away.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
That one a little bit high, and 1-1. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good eye in that spot.
Well, it's a good pitch there.
2 balls,
Really
2
had
strikes.
some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
2 down, nobody on. Stays alive. Slice to right and foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and it's through for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Batting 7th, the designated hitter, Randall Grichuk.
Randall Grichuk now. That's in there. 0-1.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level playing at night.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Gurriel leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Ball, that's low.
And down on strikes he goes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. We head to the bottom of the 2nd, and now the center fielder, Lane Thomas.
Burns, like a lot of guys in the majors, played several sports growing up. He was a really good football player in high school, actually, which makes sense when you look at his build. But ultimately, he chose to pursue a career in baseball.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. For 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. That's a strike, and it's 0-1. And that one missing low.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at-bat.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Pretty nasty cutter right there, and you're seeing that pitch, that location a lot more these days, and you can see why. Very difficult for hitters. I think the great Mariano Rivera can at least partially be credited for that, thanks to the career he had with the cutter. It was just dominant. I tell you what, I felt like it was a moral.
Well, we'll hold that thought, as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Just missed.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Next offering upstairs. Drilled out towards left center field. Way back there. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. And that's a leadoff double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Jake McCarthy stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Fouled off left side. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. That misses. 2-2. Man at second. Slider misses outside. Battling here as he fouls it away. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
This is Corbin Carroll. Fly to center his first time. Just missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Look out! And it hit him.
First base.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Golden opportunity right here. Close, but called the ball. And it's 1-0.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, can't be over anxious. That pitcher's up against the wall. Make him come to you.
And that's in for a strike.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Just off the inside corner, and it's 2-2.
That's one you always want as a pitcher, down at the knees, and it looks to me like he's barking, that's a strike. Doesn't change the call, but sometimes it helps to let that frustration out a little bit.
And there's a ball.
2 strikes.
Moreno at third, McCarthy at second, Carroll at first with no outs. Ball 4,
Nope.
and a
Ball
run
4.
comes in to score.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there, and now forces home a run with the walk. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Here's Ketel Marte. He's 0 for 1.
I know we're still early in the stages of this game, but this at-bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Makes the grab. Runner tags from third. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. It's 2-0.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. Went down on strikes his first time through. And that one
That's down.
cutting but missing down low. Two on, 1 out. So 2
That's
balls
outside.
and no strikes.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
There's a swing and a miss.
As a hitter, you got to learn
balls,
something from
1
that
strike.
pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
Just
That ball went
missed.
out.
Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. And now it's Josh Naylor.
Josh Naylor.
And a foul ball. Breaking ball misses down and away. Cleveland has some action going in their pen. Luis Ortiz preparing to come on if needed. There's a 1-1. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Two on, 2 outs. Got him. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Diamondbacks 2 and the Guardians nothing. As we go to the last of the 3rd, stepping up for the Guardians, Brian Rocchio. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Burns, a former All-Star. He throws a cutter, a curve, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a sinker.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Outside low. Now 1-2. Got him. That K is his third of the game.
Well, he wasn't happy with that called third strike in and off the plate, and I think he's right. I mean, that miss, it's a really tough one, though, for an umpire back there, so I don't think you can be too mad at him. It looks like it's in the zone the entire way coming in until those last few feet, so I'd say pretty easy to understand why he'd say it clipped the corner. Just a nice pitch.
Bo Naylor at the plate now, and that one's a little bit low, and that's ball one. One down, base is empty. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Pitch is in there. Yeah, the count 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets the out. 2 down after the strikeout.
Well, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path, and they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate, so that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
2 down, base is empty. So in now for Cleveland, Gabriel Arias. Popped foul out of play off to the right. And the slider just misses. Next offering in there for a strike. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. Got him swinging. And he strikes out the side in the third.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Opinionated, opinions hated, it's all trash. This kid the greatest, it's flaming, it's all gas. Breaking down the young and what I owed him. Trying to fit into an aura that I'm molded. Off the mold, break the cycle of who likes you and what you might do.
Here in Cleveland, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And that drops in for a strike. All right, Siggy, trivia time. Back when this ballpark opened, 1994, one future Hall of Famer hit the first triple in the park, and another hit the first homer by a Cleveland player. Think you know who they were?
Okay, I know that Ken Griffey Jr. hit the first triple here, but first homer for Cleveland. Give me a hint.
Switch hitter. That's all you're getting.
Oh, dude. Eddie Murray, no doubt.
Bam.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
That's off the mark. 2-2. That's a little bit low. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of
Now
tells you
batting,
that that's the pitch he has the
designated
most
hitter,
confidence
Randall
in right
Grichuk.
now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Tanner Bybee is done. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching
Luis
for the Guardians.
Ortiz into the game.
Number
Just trying to keep
45.
this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So a man at first. Next is the designated hitter, Randall Grichuk. That's out to center field. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. Gabriel Moreno
batting,
will hit
catcher,
next.
Gabriel
Doubled in his
Moreno.
first AB. In there, and it's 0-1.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Man at first, one away. Right through there for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Just missed.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Now at the plate, Jake McCarthy. And there's a foul ball. Two outs. That's
That's a
off the
ball.
mark, and the count is 1-1.
1-1.
Just
that's off the plate.
missed. Gurriel off of first with 2 away.
Ball. That's inside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Ripped towards third. They get the force, and that is that. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Diamondbacks 2 and the Guardians nothing. Bottom of the 4th, here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan.
Stephen Kwan.
Yeah, that's fouled off. And that's outside. And now it's even 1-1. This one in the air. Burns. He's there. He's got it. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, David
Next to hit, David Fry. Grounded out his first time up. On the ground to third. But that rolls foul. Here comes the 0-1. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the
Now it's Jose Ramirez.
Third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Edge of the zone for a strike, and the count is 0-2. That one ripped. And he makes the grab. And there's 2 down.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Here's Lane Thomas now. Struck out swinging his first time. That's in for a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
And that one fouled off. Cut out and miss, struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. 1 left for the Guardians. They trail it here 2-0. Back now at Progressive Field. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Corbin Carroll. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Geraldo Perdomo.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Geraldo Perdomo. You think back to 2017, and Cleveland set a major league record. 22 consecutive wins they had. It was capped off with a 10-inning walk-off win. Pretty amazing streak and a big part of the history of this yard. And that one fouled off.
Boog, and I remember early in that season covering them and talking to their staff and players, and they didn't feel like they had really clicked yet. Now, when I went back to do some research, looking at metrics like base runs, I realized they weren't scoring runs at the rate in which the data was saying they should be at. So the numbers were saying it was just a matter of time until they would take off. Little did we know that it would convert into a 22-game winning streak, and it took the baseball world by storm.
I love when you talk nerd to me. And that's outside. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit.
Now batting, second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Ketel Marte stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Not even close there. And that's ball 1. Marte, an all-star a season ago, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. The 1-0. Hey! Perdomo, the base runner at first with 1 out. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Up the middle, And he can't come up with it. Still fires to first. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. And they don't get an out on the play. First and second, one out. Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. 0 for 2 in this one. Swings through that one for strike one.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss at a slider. One out. Runners at first and second.
Ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And delivers outside.
Ball 2.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
And now, Josh Naylor. And the first offering is not close. Two on, 2 outs.
Ball.
And another ball. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. on deck for Arizona. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. And they're all loaded up.
Ball 4.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
So they're all loaded up. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
2 outs. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. He's under it. Brings it in, and that's the 3rd out. Diamondbacks leave them loaded as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Stepping up for the Guardians, Carlos Santana. Burns back to work. That one off the mark. Ball 1.
You know, these Guardians, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
There's a swing and a drive. Gone! And they've got their first run. It's 2-1.
That could be one of those swings that really helps spark this offense. I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Next to hit, Will Brennan delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Got him looking. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Here's Brian Rocchio. Struck out looking at his first at bat.
Brian Rocchio.
Pitches in for a strike. 0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
1 out, bases empty, and a run in. Last half of inning number 5. And it's 1-1.
1 strike.
Just missed.
Now batting. Catcher.
Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. 0 for 1 so far. And Chris, his big strength is defense, but it is interesting. In today's world of baseball compared to when you played, a good defensive catcher is considered differently.
Whatever you get offensively is a bonus, but he's got to put the fingers down. He's got to present pitches to the umpire. They're going to help his pitcher get more strikes.
I think the other component is putting down the finger that the pitcher wants to throw and being on the same page. And that's something that this guy does really well. Gets in sync with his pitchers. Rocchio stands at first with 1 out. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. And a ground ball to first, and it's just foul. That was close. And a swing and a miss. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
So up next, Gabriel Arias. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Out to short. On to first. And that is the inning. This homer brings the Guardians a bit closer. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here in Cleveland, now it's the DH, Randall Grichuk. Slice the other way, that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Gabriel Moreno getting ready to hit. 1 for 2. And that one sliced foul.
You know, these D-backs putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
And that's downstairs and outside. And that's off the inside edge. And now it's filled up 3-2. Ground ball left side, could be 2. The flip to second, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Jake McCarthy now at the plate. Way high there. And that is ball 1. Two down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Swing and a ball popped up. Arias sizes this one up, corrals it. And that is that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Top of the order, 2 up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Diamondbacks 2 and the Guardians 1. Well, we go bottom 6. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
Stephen Kwan.
And a pitch. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there in the mound.
Can't glove it cleanly. Gets off a throw, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out.
Designated hitter, David.
And up next for Cleveland, David Fry. Fouled off down the right side. Curve in the dirt. And that's in the dirt. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. McCarthy makes the catch. And that quickly 2 away. Here's Jose Ramirez. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
That's in there. And it's 0-2. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug. No question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting the...
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Nothing doing for the Guardians there, and they trail it here 2-1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Sam Hentges.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up.
31.
I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
So digging in, Corbin Carroll.
Arizona, right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
We in go mode. We don't ever stop. We don't ever drop. Keep rolling. I know that you better rock. We the veterans. Yup, you in steady shock. We just better men. No, we can barely walk a mile in our shoes. We never through. We number 1 while you settle for 2. Better review. Way overdue. If they can't have us, let them settle for you. We in go mode. Back Stepped on the post on the phone, can't hear what kind of logo. Poker face stone.
And a foul ball.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
One ball, two strikes.
He goes down looking.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
That one the other way. Throw on to Santana. And a couple of quick outs.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Now up next for Arizona, Ketel Marte. A switch hitter batting right. And a swing and a miss.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Check swing, but he went too far. 1-2.
One ball, two strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Seventh inning stretch time. It's the Diamondbacks 2 and the Guardians 1. Bottom of the seventh. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Lane Thomas. And a curve misses outside. Next pitch is inside, and the count is 2-0.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike. Aye.
Ground ball nailer. Steps on first for the out.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And now the first baseman, Carlos Santana. He's already homered in this game. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
That one catches the zone. Strike 1. A little bit low. Looking to get the tying run on base. Here's a high fly ball out to center. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, right fielder.
So in now for Cleveland, Will Brennan. And he takes a strike.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.